Hi.
Hi, you got the win, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. So I am playing an Ultimate Cup today. So today is February. Let me double check the date. 25th, 2024. I'm playing an Ultimate Cup. So I'm just going to hang out here for a while. I'm quitting after 3 rounds. Because I have family plans after. But I'm just playing a meme deck for fun. I'm going to quit. Um, Basically, I'm just going to drop out after 3 rounds because I think that this is going to be very heavy with Apocalypse, and my decks cannot keep up. I don't want to play the decks that do keep up. But anyways, I just got the win for round one, so this is a really great opportunity. I just got really lucky, so I can show off the deck that I'm running. Um, yeah, so there's nothing else to really do. I feel like I should wait a bit just to. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to show off the deck. So I am playing a meme WaruSeadramon deck. But I have improved it from the last one that I showed off on my channel. So I did make some adjustments, but here are the cards in case you haven't seen that video, and I'll just go through everything over again. Four copies of the Sardex 16 Sunamon, one attacking. If you have 6 or fewer cards in hand, draw one. This is one of the best eggs to use in this deck because it is not limited to once per turn. And because the WaruSeadramon loop, you can get infinite attacks going, which will lead to infinite memory. I figured that infinite draw is good for the deck. So Sunamon is one of those Digi-Eggs that do not have a limitation on how many times it can draw with its inheritable once per turn. For Christmas Gabumon, um, so for Stardeck 16 Gabumon, evolves from Sunamon for 0, but you're only playing purple eggs. Start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. So this could potentially give you a memory gain, but this is really in this deck for its inheritable. So when attacking, once per turn, draw 1, then trash 1. One of the Sardex 6 Gabumon. This is also used in this deck just because of its inheritable. When attacking, trigger draw 1, then trash 1. This isn't once per turn, so if you do have this under WaruSeadramon, then you will continuously have to draw 1, trash 1, draw 1, trash 1. So this isn't preferred under WaruSeadramon, but it's more used so hopefully in the beginning or mid game when you're trying to get your pieces for the combo. But even if this is under the combo, it's not terrible. As long as you play carefully and to try to play out the key pieces that you need, namely the Rush Digimon, and then discard mostly everything else, then even if you have the Gabumon under the WaruSeadramon, it's okay. One copy of BT2 Gabumon. Both of these Gabumons are, of course, restricted to 1. Um, on deletion, trigger draw 2, then trash 1 card from your hand. So this is starting from where I made changes to my deck. So 3 Siakumon from EX5. On play for each of my opponent's Digimon, draw 1, then I trash 1 card in hand. So I had 4 before, but now I cut it down to 3. So I did cut out some cards to make space for more cards. But basically, I cut 8 cards out, put 8 different cards in. But you'll see them later. So this card is just good. So the Gabumons, really, I want to Digivolve over Sunamon to build up into WaruSeadramon. Or I can just Digivolve them onto Sunamon and then push them out to Digivolve into Garurumon, then into Garurumon X. So then I can keep cycling through more cards and then attack with them early so that I can find the pieces for WaruSeadramon. The Syakomon, I want a rookie so that I can at least on play. So if I don't want to build in the back, I just want some quick card draw, I would play the Syakomon to draw 1 for each of my opponent's Digimon, then trash 1 card in hand. But instead of using Systemon Blanc for a similar reason, so I actually had considered using Systemon Blanc, but I do like Syakomon better than Systemon Blanc, just in case I do end up having to Digivolve into the WaruSeadramon in the back. So just in case I do find my combo pieces and I don't have any other rookie, I would prefer to have at least a purple Syakomon so that I can Digivolve in the back to go into WaruSeadramon. Then Herodwell, when a effect plays an opponent's Digimon, gain 1 memory during all turns once per turn. So it could come up depending on what deck your opponent is using. So if they're playing something that plays by effects like Red Hybrid or the Sukamon Poop deck, basically if they play out a Digimon by effect, Syakomon will be able to give you 1 memory. It doesn't really come up, but it could come up, so it's a neat inheritable to have, but really I prefer the Gabumons just to cycle through the deck more. This is mainly here just for the on-play effect. I cut down Garurumon Sardex 6 to just 1 copy. When attacking, trigger draw 1, then trash 1. So same inheritable as the Sardex 6 Gabumon, it's not limited to once per turn. Okay. 1 Eismon Scar Mode. On deletion, draw 3, trash 2 cards in hand. So it is also a 4 cost, so you can just drop it into the field for 4. Or if you do have a rookie, you can Digivolve into it for 2. So either way, it's a really good card. If it gets deleted, then you draw 3, trash 2. 4 copies of the Sardex 16 Garurumon. So it does have a security effect. If this is hidden security, you can play a Gabumon from hand or trash. I am not playing any Matashitas, so really you'll only have these 6 Gabumon targets to play from hand or trash if this is hidden security. When Digivolving, draw 1, trash 1. And then inheritable, when attacking once per turn, draw 1, trash 1. So this Garurumon, draw 1, trash 1, but it's not limited to once per turn. This Garurumon from Sardex 16, draw 1, trash 1, but it is as many times as you... No, yeah, I said that wrong. So this is not limited to once per turn. This is limited to once per turn. But I like the Sardex 16 one better, because you can get that Digivolution, draw 1, trash 1. After... The only time that's relevant they can attack multiple times a turn is when you go to WaruSeadramon, at which point it's not really necessary to continuously draw 1, trash 1 anymore, since you already have the loop going, and then you can already get the infinite draw. Four copies of Garurumon X Antibody. When Digivolving, draw 2, then trash 2 cards in your hand if you have one of your Garurumons under it. So I'm only playing 5 Garurumons. Then you will gain 1 memory. So the idea of this deck is that you really want to mulligan. And hopefully you will get Gabumon, Garurumon, Garurumon X. Those 3 cards you really want to start off with. Or even Eismon Scar Mode. So Gabumon, Garurumon, Garurumon X, Eismon Scar Mode. If you have, a Garurumon X or you have Garurumon, Eismon Sky mode, if you have if you have these level 4s, it's a pretty good idea to keep your hand. If you also have a Gabumon on top of it, it's a very great idea to keep your hand. But the goal here is that I minimize the Garurumon. I found out that I don't really need too many copies of Sardex 6 Garurumon, but I do want an extra copy just in case I don't find the Sardex 16 Garurumon and I still want to go into Garurumon X Antibody. If it does come up, you can just Digivolve this over a rookie for 3 memory. You do not gain 1 memory back because there's no Garurumon in source, but at least you get to draw 2, trash 2. So it's still nice. It's just 1 memory more, and you do not get a memory refund. So basically, it's net 2 memory more. Whoops. I'm playing 2 Black Gatomon. So I'm just using this in the deck for Rush. It does have Retaliation. So if you are in a bind, you can Digivolve this into WaruSeadramon and then attack. Or you can evolve this into Ginkakumon Promote and then attack. And then Retaliation will be active. But mainly this is in the deck for Rush. I'm only playing 2. Because after I get the WaruSeadramon loop, it doesn't really matter how much the play cost is. I can just spam them out. So even if Ginkakumon Promote is 6 play cost instead of 5, it doesn't really matter because at that point I will have infinite memory. But I don't like the Digivolve for 3, especially when I am building up to find my pieces. So I am only running 2 of these. For Ginkakumon Promote. Okay. For Ginkakumon Promote. So I have the 2 Black Gatomons, 5 costs, Digivolves for 3, Rush. For Ginkakumon Promote, 6 costs, Digivolves for 2 off of level 3, Digivolves for 1 off of level 4. This has Rush. The on-play is not relevant, but, you know, this Ginkakumon is better because you can Digivolve off of Rookie for only 2 as opposed to 3. And if you want to, you can Digivolve off of any of your level 4s for 1. So you can go off of Black Gatomon to get the Retaliation active. If you don't have Garurumon X yet, then you can just go off of your Garurumons. So then those inheritables will be active. You could just Digivolve off of any of your level 4s, just in case you decide, oh yeah, I'll Digivolve for 1 to get an extra Digivolution bonus draw. So it's like basically 1 cost to get 1 draw, so it's not bad for that either. I would prefer not to use them so readily, but if it does come up, I want to get the inheritables, then I would, you know, Digivolve off of any of the level 4s. Otherwise, these are also good Digivon. They can Digivolve in the back on top of your rookie if you have WaruSeadramon in hand. Four copies of the WaruSeadramon from BT15. So all turns, once returned, when an effect plays out on an opponent's Digimon, all of their Digimon for the rest of until the end of their turn, gain the effect on deletion, lose 1 memory. So basically, as soon as they play out a Digimon by effect, it is a blanket effect that when their Digimon is deleted, any of their Digimon is deleted, then they will lose 1 memory. When attacking effect, your opponent plays out a level 3 or a level 4 Digimon from their trash suspended. And then, while you are attacking, you can redirect into that Digimon if you want. But basically, as soon as you attack, they play out a level 3 or level 4 Digimon. You can choose to redirect into that Digimon. Then after all other effects have resolved, the effect that just triggered when they played a Digimon will kick in before the actual battle. Meaning that after you redirect into that Digimon, and then delete it, they will lose a memory. And I'm playing Dimension Scissor in this deck, so they can unsuspend and then do it infinitely. And then if you do that, You have infinite attacks, which comboed with the Tsunamon, you can get more card draws. And you also have infinite memory. So basically just play out cards until you are less than 7 cards in hand. On your next attack, Tsunamon will draw you a card. So with your infinite memory, you can spam out a bunch of rush Digimon. And then they can just keep attacking. Or like each one can attack one time. But I'm playing 6, so I can get, maybe 6 attacks in if I use Calling from Darkness. I can possibly, retrieve them from the trash. Calling from Darkness. Main effect, 1 cost. Delete one of your Digimon, then return up to 2 purple Digimon cards from your trash to hand. Security effect, adds to hand. So this is just a great card to grab back any purple Digimon that I need. All of the Digimon in this list are purple, so basically I can just retrieve any 2 Digimon that I need. If Eisbon Scar Mode does not get deleted, then I can just call in from Darkness, Eisbon Scar Mode, delete it, grab 2 Digimon from trash, being careful not to grab the Eisbon Scar Mode. So then its on deletion will still trigger in trash. And then after I grab 2 purple Digimon, then I draw 3, then trash 2. Oh yes, I remember now. I cut down 2 Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode. So I cut it from 3 to 2 copies. It's when Digivolving does not matter because I'm never going to DNA Digivolve. All the other effects don't really matter on it. I'm playing 2 Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode. So this is the reason why I'm using Dragon Mode. So when Digivolving, you may return 1 Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to the bottom of its owner's deck to prevent your opponent's security effects from activating for the turn. So basically, once I've established the WaruSeadramon loop, with my infinite memory, infinite card draw, it doesn't really hurt to just Digivolve Dragon Mode on top of a WaruSeadramon for the full 4. And then Digivolve Fighter Mode off of that Dragon Mode for 2. Because when Digivolving, I'll just bum deck the Dragon Mode. So then all my opponent's securities do not activate for the turn. Meaning that the Rush Digimon that I spammed out will then be able to attack safely. For Ruli Sukiona, Ruli's really good. So basically, I just want a green memory setter. At least with Ruli, she has a your turn effect that can work. So your turn, when you attack with a Digimon that has Angoramon in its name or is level 5 or higher, by suspending this tamer, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. So I'm not saying that the effect comes up. It's not really relevant for my deck, but just in case they have a blocker that I want to suspend, then I could. Unlike other memory setters like Mimi Tachikawa from, I believe, BT1, could be BT2, but that I think like the early Mimi Tachikawa memory setter. So that memory setter, I would need a level 5 or a higher Green Digimon to at least activate the your turn effect. With Ruli Sukiono, as long as I have level 5 or higher, then I'm good. So even, this Ruli is better for this deck than Mimi Tachikawa, just because it has a your turn effect that you can utilize, but it doesn't really come up. But just in case it does come up, this memory setter is just better because I have the option to use that effect. Four copies of Dimension Scissor. For 3 memory, main effect, one of your Digimon gains the following effect for the turn. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, unsuspend it. Security effect, add this card to hand. So basically, Dimension Scissor, I will use on the WaruSeadramon, and then after that, just keep attacking. Your opponent plays out level 4 or level 3, unsuspend, gain 1 memory. So basically, just keep doing that over and over again. So because they have to keep playing at a level 3 or level 4, I will be guaranteed infinite attack targets, infinite Digimon attack targets. So I can just keep delaying them, unsuspending, gaining 1 memory. So I added in 4 copies of Underworld's Call. So basically, I'm just using this in the deck because when this card is trashed from my hand by one of my effects, I will draw 1. So just want some extra card draw going. So I took out the Syakomon 1 copy, Garurumon 1 copy. I took out the Dragon mode and then the Fighter mode. So 4 extra copies. So I went with Underworld's Call. So basically, the Gabumon inheritables, except for this BT2 one, which is on deletion. 1 attacking, then draw 1, trash 1. This Garurumon, draw 1, trash 1 inheritable. Garurumon, draw 1, trash 1 inheritable and 1 Digivolve. Garurumon X antibody, draw 2, trash 2. This Eisbon Sky mode on deletion, draw 3, trash 2. And then finally, this Gabumon on deletion trigger, draw 2, trash 1. So basically, with all these trashing effects, Underworld's Call is just a card that I would like to trash so that I get an extra card draw. I had considered a deck where I'm using a red tamer instead of, a more purple oriented deck. It's more red focused. So then I am using Fireball and Hero of the Skies so that I can draw 2 for 2 memory. But I realized that the Garurumon engine is still really good just because of the memory efficiency of the line. But yeah, I decided to stick with more of a purple build for now. While I can still use Garurumon X Antibite. But basically just keep trashing this card from hand if it comes up so I can draw an extra card. Main effect, if it does come up, 4 cost, you may play 1 purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. So it could come up if I have a Garurumon X Antibite in hand, but I do not have a Garurumon out. And then this is hidden security, or I just want to play this 4/4. I can play out the Garurumon to go into Garurumon X, gain 1 memory back, draw for Digivolution bonus, draw 2, trash 2, gain 1. I already mentioned the memory gain. But this will then make the Garurumon inheritable active, attack with it, draw 1, trash 1. But yeah, this could be used as an option from hand or from security, or you can just trash it using one of your effects to get an extra draw. I've also removed 2 of the Growlmons and 2 of the Tamihimis. So Growlmon and Tamihimi, I put them in as countermeasures. Growlmon, if my opponent figures out my deck, I just want to mill them because there is a really great way to counter this deck. If my opponent knows how to play against it. But basically, if they don't have any level 3s or level 4s in trash, then I can't pull off the combo. So Growlmon is there just in case they have a rookie or a champion with low enough DP, so I can Digivolve into it and then delete their low DP Digimon to get it into the trash. If they don't have any on field, then I can at least go into Growlmon for 3. And then there's no Digimon to delete, so we both mill 2 cards. So I could potentially get a rookie or champion into the trash, but it's not really reliable. I just want to use it as a countermeasure just in case they play around my deck. But, I'm taking out the countermeasures. I am going for more speed in this build. I don't really care about consistency as much. I just want to better the chances that I will be able to pull off the combo. So I added an Underworld's Call. But I also added in Pummel Whack. So 3 costs, 1 of your effects trashes this card in your hand, draw 1. Main effect, delete 1 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Security effect, activate this card's main effect. So the Pummel Whack serves the same function as Underworld's Call. I just wanted more cards that I can trash from hand to draw 1. The Tamihimi I also replaced. So the plan with the Tamihimi was that my opponent would have a stack Ideally with a level 3 or a level 4 among the bottom 3 cards of the stack. If they don't have a level 3 or a level 4 in trash, I can just play out the Tommy Himi, strip the bottom 3 sources, put the level 3 or level 4 into the trash, and or level 4 into the trash. That way I can guarantee the combo. But again, I'm just going for more speed with this build. So ideally, I will be able to attack with Garurumon X Antibody or Eismon Sky Mode into security, and then, hopefully I get a rookie or champion into their trash that way. Or if they're playing some kind of rookie rush build, and then they swing at my security early, hopefully that way they get a champion or rookie into the trash, because there's no other countermeasure against to do that. If it does come down to it, I can just use Black Atamon, Evo into WaruSeadramon, and then attack into a large Digimon with retaliation. Or if it really, really comes down to it and I have no other options, I can just go into one of my level 6s with 12,000 or 13,000 DP. Hopefully I'm large enough to swing over their Digimon or at least trade with their Digimon. But that is like a very last resort kind of thing. But this is the build. I'm just really focusing on drawing a lot more cards. So I put in these 4 options. So basically, I just really want to find WaruSeadramon, a Ruli, Dimension Scissor. If I have that, then I'm pretty much golden. I can just Digivolve Rookie in the back, level 4 in the back, WaruSeadramon in the back, get a Rookie onto the field, and then start my turn while I have Rookie on the field, WaruSeadramon in the back, push WaruSeadramon out. Since I will have the 3 memory, just use Dimension Scissor on WaruSeadramon. Keep attacking, gaining memory, getting infinite card draws with Sunamon. Basically, since I can keep going up to 10 memory, as soon as my hand is 7 or more cards, just play anything from hand except for the level 6s, really. So all of your other cards can just play because they're under 10 cost. So for example, if my hand is 7 cards, I have a bunch of cards. Even if they're not the Rush Digimon that I want to play out, I can just play out Gabumon, play out Siakamon, play out Garurumon, play out anything really, so that I can lower my hand size to under 7 cards. On my next attack, I can get the card draw. And then just keep getting memory back to 10, just play stuff out, infinite card draw, and then even if you have a bunch of random stuff on your field that you don't need, you just play them out so then you can find your Rush Digimon. But yeah, that is my deck strategy. I will see you all in round 2.